Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to SASKS Academy at South Kent School 15 National Ice Hockey on YouTube. This afternoon, the Academy set to take on the U15 Florida Junior Everblades. It's the consolation game at the 2018 Legacy Global Sports Midwinter Classic. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Wells Aiken. Glad to have you with us back on YouTube once again for SASKS Academy at South Kent School 15 National Ice Hockey on YouTube. And my bad, I signed off from the game against Fox Motors indicating that we would next be on the air on Saturday when the Academy will host the Rochester Coalition U15, the first of 4 straight games against that squad at the Stock, and completely forgot about the consolation game. So the Academy will play the Florida Junior Everblades this afternoon in the consolation game, the final game here in Taylor, Michigan. Once again back at the Bell Tower rink here at the Taylor Sportsplex prior to heading back to South Kent tomorrow. And looking forward to seeing the boys get a hard weekend of practice before they head down the home stretch in February. Only 7 more games on the schedule. I suspect one will be added that last weekend. The Academy set to play 4 against Rochester on 2 consecutive weekends, 2 games each weekend. 2 games against the Long Island Royals at the Stock. A home game against the New Jersey Hitmen. So 5 of the last 7 games will be home at the Stock. And I imagine there'll probably be a game at least scheduled on that last Sunday, as well as probably a couple of scrimmages against national-bound teams towards the end of March, following March break, as the Academy gets ready for nationals. But the season quickly coming to an end here, and a disappointing weekend despite 2 wins here at the 2018 Legacy Global Sports Bell Tire Victory Honda Midwinter Classic. The Academy coming away with 2 wins, but the loss yesterday to Bell Tire was enough to knock them out. The Alaska Oilers advancing with a record of 2-0-1. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Academy. The Academy is, of course, coached by head coach Scott Gainey, assistant coach John O'Connor. The trainer making the trip this weekend is Kelly Capobianco. Goaltenders for the Academy, number 1, Bennett Jung. Number 31, Tommy Aiken. At forward, number 16, Justin Gordon. Number 9, Victor Chernechianair. Number 15, Jack Williams. Number 11, Ryan Miknich. Miknich out with an upper body injury suffered during practice last week. Hopefully we'll see him back in the lineup next week. Hello to Ryan Miknich and family back in Connecticut this weekend. Number 14, Nick DeSantis. Number 19, Craig Rinaldi. No, Craig isn't playing. His son Will is. Number 19, Will Rinaldi. And number 22, Jake Stabert. Number 37, Felix Gavers. Number 29, Jack Gorton. Number 24, Jaden Boreanaz with his mother walking right behind me. And number 10, Colin Anna. Big hello to Colin, recovering, and his father, Jim, who's making bold text predictions to fellow father David Weintraub, father of Josh Steele. And finally rounding out the forwards, number 26, Tyler Silverstein. On defense, number 3, Charlie DeRoche. Number 4, Caden Varga. Number 20, Austin Cook. And this every time I mention a kid's name today, their parent walks behind me, Jeff Cook walking behind me. Number 7, Frank Jurasevich. Number 6, Josh Steele. And number 5, Aiden Erishman, rounding out your forwards for the Academy. Let's take a look at our statistics for our 15 national team. Nick DeSantis coming in, and again, these are coming into the weekend, have not been updated for games this weekend. DeSantis leading the way with 70 points. Jack Williams with 66, 4 points behind DeSantis. Chernechianair coming in at 3rd with 58 points. Those 3 representing the top tier of scoring on this U15 team. Charlie DeRoche leading the defenseman with 32 points. 10 goals, 22 assists, followed by Gordon, Miknich, Rinaldi, Cook, Varga, and Jurasevich, rounding out your top 10. Your goal-scoring leaders, DeSantis, Williams, Chernechianair, Will Rinaldi, and Justin Gordon. Assist leaders, DeSantis, Williams, Chernechianair, DeRoche, and a trio of players, Miknich, Cook, and Varga, rounding out your assist leaders. Tommy Aiken leading the way with a 1.22 goals against average and a .937 save percentage. Let's take a look at our Kings of the Hill. This is where we take a cross-sectional look at all things SASKS Academy, U15, U16, and U18. A new leader atop the points leaderboard if you haven't been with us all weekend. DeSantis with 70 points on the season, nipping U16 forward Josh Lawrence by a point. Lawrence coming in second this week with 69 points, followed by Williams, Phillips, Chernechianair, Coughlin, Margell, Haskins, Fletcher, and Sullivan. Goal scoring leaders for the Academy: DeSantis and Williams, 2 U15 players leading all players, followed by a trio of U16 players: Margell, Phillips, and Coughlin. Assist leaders: Lawrence still leading the way with helpers DeSantis, Williams, Chernetchianair, and Phillips. 3 U15 sandwiched by a couple of U16s. Your goaltending leaders: Matt Sankner, Tommy Aiken, and Bennett Jung. Taking a look now at the roster for the Florida Junior Everblades. Head coach Pete Flores, general manager Tony Lassell, manager Nicole, and I can't read the last name, it's blocked on my monitor, my apologies. And you know what? When a team has a director of media relations, we're going to mention Tia Priest. I don't know many youth teams with a director of media relations. Goaltenders for the Everblades: number 1, Zach Humphrey; number 88, Tristan Falsetto; at forward, number 11, Jason Alt; number 12, Evan Branch; number 17, Seth Coulter; number 19, Cade Cahoon; number 20, Christopher McGovern; number 22, Sean Schiffel; number 23, Andrew McKaylee; number 51, Adam Hauptman; and number 72, Brennan Sihaniuk. On defense, number 2, Michael Schmidt; number 3, Luke Vaccarella; number 8, Colin Magg; number 9, Austin Rice; and number 21, Noah Gabreluk. And the roster for the Everblades looking a little thin: 9 forwards and 5 defense. And let's take a look at the My Hockey rankings for the current week. The Week 18 rankings: Minnesota Blades, Little Caesars still atop the top two spots. Selects Academy checking in at number 3. Although the Buffalo Sabres have had a good weekend in the Academy with those first 2 games, likely to drop to the number 4 spot next week. Although this time of year it's tough to get any sort of movement. The more and more games teams play, the less impact individual games have on their ranking. Very seismic losses don't cause much of a movement in the rankings. The St. Louis Blues checking at number 5, followed by the Oakland Junior Grizzlies, Rochester Coalition, Chicago Mission, Minnesota New Generation, and Team Wisconsin, rounding out your top 10. Fox Motors, ISS Kings, Phoenix Junior Coyotes, Mercer Chiefs, Boston Advantage, Yale Bulldogs, Young Americans, Oilers, Blue Ox, and Virtua, rounding out your top 20. Let's take a look at how the Florida Junior Everblades stack up. They come in with a record of 20-16 coming into the weekend, a rating of 88.37. And much like the first game, the Academy, to improve at all in the My Hockey rankings, will have to win by the maximum allowed goal total of 7 at least. The Academy roughly a little less than a 7-goal favorite in this game. And again, if you're betting on youth hockey games, you shouldn't be, and we caution you to get some help. Taking a look at their results, the lone common opponent these two teams have is the Jersey Hitmen. The Academy, of course, beating the Hitmen 5 or 6-1 back in October, and the Everblades beating the Hitmen by a score of 4-2. And you can see there the Everblades with just 4 wins, 6 losses in their last 10 games. Taking a look at the rankings across all 3 midget tiers: U15, U16, and U18. The Academy checking in at number 3 in the U15s, number 9 in the U16s, and number 3 in the U18s. That's going to do it for our pregame show. The ice is ready. Teams are getting set to take the ice for warm-ups. Again, just a 3-minute warm-up, so don't leave your computer, device, cell phone, big screen TV, home theater, or wherever you may be watching Selects Academy at South Kent School 15 National Hockey. We're going to take a short break here. We'll leave you with warm-ups, and we'll be back for the first period and the drop of the puck in just a few minutes. You're watching Selects Academy at South Kent School 15 National Ice Hockey on YouTube. Thanks for being with us. Stay with us, everybody. Back here at the Bell Tire Rink at the Kennedy Sportsplex, Taylor Sportsplex. Kennedy Ice Arena was on Thursday. And teams taking the ice, getting set to warm up here. The Academy, 3 games this weekend. They won 6-2 on Friday morning against the Pittsburgh Vengeance. A game they'd probably like to have back as things started to unravel in the second half of that game and carried over into the Bell Tire game yesterday. And yesterday against Bell Tire, the Academy fell behind quickly in the first half by a score of 2-0. Got a power play goal early in the second half from Nick DeSantis. And then DeSantis took the second penalty of the period for the Academy, and they sprung him coming out of the box on a breakaway. He tied it up at 2. But the Academy's penalty woes in the second half continued as they took another penalty, and Bell Tire capitalized to go up by a score of 3-2, and they didn't look back. 2 quick ones after that to make it 5-2. And that was the Academy's undoing this weekend. And the Everblades yet to take the ice here. And the Academy rebounded this morning with a strong first half against Fox Motors. They came out flying, dominating much of the early play. Jack Williams got a power play goal to put the Academy on top, 1-0. Nick DeSantis followed that up with another goal for him to make it 2-0. And then Aiden Erishman, off some hard work by Will Rinaldi and Justin Gordon, to work the puck down the left-hand side and toward the front of the net. Erishman seeking an opportunity, pinched down low, collected the loose change and popped it up over netminder Cole Moore, who came in relief of netminder Luke Salata. Salata gave up the first 2 goals. Moore came in. And other than the goal to Erishman, he was flawless and made a lot of big saves. 2 right pad flares come to mind, and a couple other unnecessary dramatic saves on his part. But he played solid, gave Fox Motors a chance. They got 2 goals in the second half. And the Academy came out in that half. Either Fox Motors made some adjustments at the half to counter the Academy breakout, and the Academy didn't adjust, or, and again, hard to tell when I'm watching, trying to film and commentate at the same time, but the Academy couldn't get out of the zone. So it was either it was adjustment by Fox Motors, or the Academy simply came out flat-footed thinking the game was over with a 3-0 lead. Very reminiscent of what they did against the Pittsburgh Vengeance. They added a goal in the second half against the Pittsburgh Vengeance, and then got into penalty trouble and watched the Vengeance get 2 power play goals in the second half. And that's been the tale of this weekend. That's why we're here at the consolation game. Some like to call it the constipation game, mainly because it's making us wait to go home. But where else would you rather be in America on a Saturday night than Taylor, Michigan, just outside of Detroit? But certainly would like to see the boys be playing some hockey on Sunday, but they'll be traveling by bus back to South Kent. And a hard week of practice, and like we said, the Rochester Coalition coming up next weekend for the Academy. And certainly not what the Academy expected this weekend as far as a result, playing a consolation game and not even making the playoffs. The U15s from South Kent, from Selects Academy, won this tournament last year. And obviously a new set of boys here, and obviously, regardless, difficult to repeat nonetheless. But all it took was one bad half of hockey, and here we are. So the Academy will look to finish on a high note with wins over Fox Motors this morning and a win over the Everblades here this afternoon. And the roster for the Everblades is, as we mentioned, rather thin. Only 5 defensemen and 9 forwards. And that somewhat compares with the Academy right now with injuries to Anna and Miknich. They're down to 10 forwards, and it still was 6D. So we will see what the Everblades have in store for the Academy today. And got about a minute to go in warm-ups, so enjoy the rest of the warm-ups. Take a closer look at the Academy here. Tommy Aiken getting the win this morning, so Bennett Jung expected to get the start in net this afternoon. I always say expected because I think back to the Junior Bruins shootout when Jung was expected to start and suffered a hand injury in warm-up, so you never know what will transpire. You go to enough hockey games, you'll see everything sooner or later, but Jung expected to get the start, and we'll see who's going to be in net for the Everblades. It looks like let me see, they did have 2 goaltenders out here moments ago. And they've got a goaltender. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Tristan Falsetto, apparently not starting. He's already on the bench. It has been for most of the warm-ups. So he clearly not getting the start this afternoon. And it looks like it will be Zach Humphrey in net for the Florida Everblades. So we are set to go here from the Bell Tire Rink at the Taylor Sportsplex, Taylor, Michigan. Final game here, consolation game at the 2018 Legacy Global Sports Bell Tire Victory Honda Midwinter Classic. Next year, maybe they could add Little Caesars in that title, and we could squeeze 47 words into the title of the tournament. So the Academy will have and the Everblades both have a long change here in the first half as they go to opposite ends from their bench. Bennett Jung in the near end and Zach Humphrey in the far end for the Everblades. As we are set to go here from Taylor Sportsplex. And DeSantis will step it on the draw for the Academy. DeSantis will chip it ahead, and he will corral the loose puck. DeSantis will skate to the right wing side. He'll gain the red line and dump it deep. The Academy will chase there. Justin Gordon going in behind Humphrey. The Everblades field it there. Pressure there by the Academy. And that is Gavers. Gavers walking out of the corner. He cycles it down low for DeSantis. DeSantis battling there. And the Everblades will come up and out of the zone. Everblades come into the zone, right wing side. Hayden Erishman getting there first. And the puck will come to McKaylee. Andrew McKaylee will center it. Erishman will pick that off and set it up the right wing side for Gavers. Gavers skating in over the zone line. He skates right into the gap there, and that's picked up by Sihaniuk. Sihaniuk skating up the left wing side. He will chip it into the zone. And Will Rinaldi will come from the corner. He lines Sihaniuk up and turns the puck over there. Picked up by Austin Cook. Cook circles. He's chased there by Coulter. Now Cook will skate it up and out of his own left wing pass for Justin Gordon. Gives it back for Cook. But that pass off the mark. And now Steele will go to the bench and change, but dumps it in the zone before doing so. In behind the goal, the Everblades will control. That's Schmidt with the puck for the Everblades. He sends a long pass that goes too far all the way down in on Jung. Jung will steal that aside for DeRoche. And DeRoche will skate up and out of the zone. First 2 minutes here of the first period of this consolation game. DeRoche walking in. DeRoche with a shot. Saved there by Humphrey. Centering pass now. Silverstein with a shot. And he scores. So Tyler Silverstein put the Academy on top 1-0 here with an early goal off the rush. Charlie DeRoche with a shot in on goal. Fouled up his rebound. Dish to Silverstein in the slot. And he scores. And the Academy on top by the score of 1-0, 23-24. Left to go here in the first half. And the Academy off to a quick start. Silverstein. And now Gordon. Gordon gives to Varga. Varga back to the left-hand side to Jurasevich. Jurasevich gains the red line and dumps that deep. The Everblades control behind their own goal, break out the right wing side, pass to center, turned over to Varga there. Varga will chip ahead for Gordon. Gordon will give it back for Jurasevich. Jurasevich will skate right wing side. Jurasevich up, skates through 2 defenders and tried to chip it up to Silverstein, but that's too far, and the Everblades will counter and come back the other way. Jurasevich leaning on the back of Sihaniuk, and no call there. And Gordon will come back in the zone. He'll dish right side for Varga, gives it back in the center for Rinaldi. Rinaldi battling in the slot there, and now the Everblades will take, and they'll just punt on 4th down. As that clearing attempt gets to center ice and they chip it deeper, they'll go for a line change, and Jurasevich will take for the Academy. Jurasevich looking like to come up the right wing side. His pass up ahead is for Williams. Williams circling there at center. Jack Williams will dish to Chinechinair. Chinechinair in for Williams, and Williams deflects that up and over the goal. Not sure if Humphrey got a piece or not. That'll come out to the point, and Steele unable to keep there as he's forced to retreat from the blue line, and Stapert will skate it back in for the Academy. Jake Stapert. Good stick there by Schmidt. Could knock it off a Stapert stick momentarily, but he gets it back, gives to Williams. Williams will skate in from the left-hand corner. He centers for Chinechinair, and that's cleared all the way down. We'll get an icing call here as that crosses the goal line, extended just to the left of Bennett Young. And we'll get a stoppage in play here. 21-42 left to go in the first half. The Academy on top, 1-0 on a goal by Tyler Silverstein. Chinechinair will step in against Sihaniuk. Tough names on this Everblades team. Hopefully we're getting them right. If not, they'll live. And now Erishman. Show me another youth hockey game where you can get this. You'll take the pronunciations, I'm sure. Off the wall comes Chinechinair. Chinechinair walking in. Dishes to the left, and that rolls in on Humphrey. He'll cover up and hang on. So 21-24 left to go here. And team's in no hurry to change today. Normal USA Hockey 15-second face-off rule in effect, but both teams lackadaisically coming off the bench as that puck is shot on goal, turned aside by Humphrey. That'll come out to Cook at the point. Cook has it turned over there, and Sihaniuk will skate in alone down the left wing side. Sihaniuk with a shot. Jung with a save, seeing his first action of the game. And now McKaylee chips it ahead, and Baruch will take it and give to Boreanaz. Boreanaz up for DeSantis. DeSantis will give it all the way up for Justin Gordon. Gordon skating in. Gordon cuts the center. Gordon with a shot, and Humphrey with a big save there. Not sure whether that went in and out or not, but no signal until the referee signaled for a face-off on the right-hand side to the right of Humphrey. And he's way out of his net to speak to the officials about what, I'm not sure, but nice save there by the Everblades netminder. Puck will come back to Cook at the point. He dishes ahead for DeSantis. DeSantis will take along the wall. DeSantis circling down low, bottom of the circle. Puck turned over there, and Gordon will chase into the corner as the Everblades chip it up the right wing wall. Now DeSantis will take inside the blue line, bangs it off a shin pad, and we're going to get a 2-on-0 or a breakaway here. Sihaniuk moving in. Sihaniuk moving in. He shoots, and Bennett Jung with the save there. So Jung making the save on the breakaway off the stick of Sihaniuk. And the Everblades with their best chance of the game, Bennett Jung shutting the door. Rinaldi wins the draw, but jumping through the hole was Coulter. And he got a quick shot in on Jung. A quick shot. Not sure if Jung made that save or if, as I was looking to try and get his name, the name of the shooter, Coulter, and took my eye off the puck for a minute, but either Jung made a quick save there or it hit a body in front. But either way, a quick shot off the stick of Seth Coulter off the draw. Rinaldi won that back, but Coulter jumped through the hole for a shot. That goes high over the net and down the left wing side. Rinaldi battling into the corner. He's battling there with Alton, and a shot there goes high up and over the net near side wall. Varga looks on from the point. Coming out of the corner are the Academy, right wing side. And now Jurasevich. And now Rinaldi will skate it back into his own. Rinaldi with a shot that goes off a stick, deflects high up into the netting. We'll get another stoppage here. 19:41 left to go. First half of this consolation game from the Bell Tire Victory Honda Legacy Global Sports Midwinter Classic. Air will step in on the draw. He's out there with Stapert and Williams. Steele and Erishman manning the blue line. Puck comes back to Williams. His shot goes off a shin pad. And now the puck chipped over Williams, stick up the wall, and out of the zone come the Everblades, but it's turned back just short of the blue line as they stay on side. Centering pass by Williams. Their puck loose in the slot. Stapert struggling to get to it, and now Erishman will retreat at center as he fields that puck and chips it up the left wing side. Skating in the zone is Stapert. Stapert will curl off the wall. Stapert will send it right-hand side for Steele. And now back to chase is Rice for the Everblades. That puck is chipped up and out of the zone. And Erishman will go back and chase for the Academy. Erishman in behind Jung. Quiet afternoon so far for Jung, although one breakaway. A shot on goal there. Glove saved by Humphrey. And now that puck will come back to Cook at the point. Williams will work it off the wall. Williams looking to get it up to Air, but he's turned back and will instead opt for DeRoche at the point. Williams down low, back to DeRoche. DeRoche walking, eludes the stick check there, and now Cook will take near side wall. Cook will send it across, and now Williams will take a shot from a sharp angle, and that goes high off the glass and all the way down. As DeRoche will go back to chase, Jung will set it up for him there. DeRoche, left wing side, up for Stapert, and Stapert nearly turns that over, but regathers and gives for DeRoche. DeRoche now gives it to Cook. Cook dancing around one defender. Cook walking in another defender. Austin Cook walking in. Cook down low, and Cook tucks it in short side. Austin Cook with a nice move there. Looked like he was going for the wraparound and caught Humphrey cheating off the post, trying to get to the other side. Stopped on a dime, cut back, and dropped it in the net for the second goal of the game. The Academy now up by a score of 2-0. Nice rush there by Austin Cook, and he gets on the scoreboard this weekend. So 17:51 left to go. The Academy on top, 2-0. Goals by Silverstein and Cook. And the Everblades will control off the faceoff, and that's pushed ahead by McGovern. But he turns it over, and now Durasevich will take for the Academy. Up ahead for Boreanaz. Boreanaz chips to DeSantis. DeSantis steaming into the zone. DeSantis centers it across for Gavers, and his shot might have been saved by Humphrey, might have gone off the side of the net. Hard to tell from this distance. Durasevich with a shot. That puck is loose in front. Boreanaz battling there, and now Gavers will chase into the corner. Gavers will skate off the wall. The forward from Latvia gives it down low, gets it back, and Boreanaz scores! Nice passing play there by Gavers and DeSantis, and they get it to Boreanaz. And Boreanaz gets the goal here to put the Academy on top, 3-0. So Cook gets a goal sandwiched by a couple of California natives. Tyler Silverstein on the top half and Jaden Boreanaz on the bottom half. And it is now 3-0 Academy with 17-19 left to go here in the first half. Erishman. And up the right wing wall. Erishman battling there. Sihaniuk. And Sihaniuk, I've called his name several times. He's clearly the grease that keeps this motor running for the Everblades. And moving into the zone now are the Academy. Centering pass there over for Gordon. Gordon with a shot saved by Humphrey. He looked to his left, puck bounced to his right. He will find it and cover up. 16:50 left to go. The Academy on top, 3-0. Goals by Silverstein, Cook, and Boreanaz. Off the draw, shot in on goal. And that goes wide. Humphrey got a glove on it, but it deflected in the near side corner. And now Silverstein controls for the Academy. Silverstein and Rinaldi battling there, but the Everblades will take and come out of the zone. Erishman at center, chips it up the wall. Gordon will push it deeper. The Everblades turn it back to center, and Erishman will take. He backhands it into the zone, and Vaccarella will chase there for the Everblades. Vaccarella hounded by Rinaldi, but the Everblades will come up and out of the zone left wing side, and that is Gabriluk. Shot it on goal. Gabriluk goes to the ice, goes off of him, deflects wide, and Jung Steele chases far side corner. And now Rinaldi gives to Cook. Cook will send it up the left wing side for Silverstein. Silverstein not able to get it out of the zone there, but gets support from Rinaldi, who does. And now Rice will chip it up to the blue line, but Rinaldi will take there for the Academy. Teams battling in front of the penalty benches. And a hard hit there by Josh Steele. Josh the Animal Steele, we should say. And up the right wing side comes Jack Gordon. And now Chinechi Anair comes off the wall. Chinechi Anair dishes it in for Stapert, and Stapert trying to get to that puck at his feet, but Williams will come down low and pick up the puck there, skating in behind Humphrey. Williams hit hard along the wall there as he's rubbed out by Rice. And now Cook will chip it back ahead, and Williams will chase. Rice back into the zone for the Everblades. He will take behind Humphrey, stop in reverse direction. And now that puck will come to the far side wall. Cook will take it there, leaves it for Chinechi Anair, and he will dump it deeper. And now DeRoche will pitch down from the point. He tried to get it up to Williams, but not able to do so. The Everblades will come back through center. Cook with a nice stick there, gets it up to Stapert. Stapert one of his own. He'll take a shot / centering pass to Jack Williams, and that doesn't connect and ends up in the near side corner. Williams takes up high, gives down low for Chinechi Anair. Chinechi Anair walks in. He tries to rip it high, short side. That hits the outside of the post and deflects right back in the near side corner. DeRoche now over for Cook. Cook will bank it off the wall down low. And Stapert will chase in the corner, yielding to Chinechi Anair. Chinechi Anair coming out from below the goal line, and Humphrey will pick up that loose puck, cover up and hang on. 14-15 left to go here. First half, the Academy on top, 3-0. Goals by Silverstein, Boreanaz, and Cook. Boreanaz getting the goal off a nice passing play from Felix Gavers and Nick DeSantis just moments ago. Stepping in on the draw now is DeSantis. DeSantis will try to chip it ahead, and does. He'll chase to the corner. And now DeSantis gets it back to Varga. Varga down low for DeSantis, back up to Varga. Varga will walk, backhand pitch forward down to the far side corner. Chased there by DeSantis and Justin Gordon. And now Gavers up high. Durasevich not able to keep at the point, and back the other way come the Everblades, coming in 2-on-1. Shot, blocker saved by Jung, and that'll kick out right side. And the teams will battle just inside the blue line. And it will come to Durasevich. Durasevich will kick far side for Varga. Varga sends it up the wall, handled there by Schmidt. Schmidt turns it over to DeSantis, but that play is offside. We're going to whistle here. 13:36 left to go. 2018 Legacy Global Sports Victory Honda Bell Tire Midwinter Classic from the Taylor Sportsplex Bell Tire Rink in Taylor, Michigan. The Academy with a 3-0 lead. Rinaldi, is that Boreanaz? Yes. Rinaldi, Boreanaz, and Gordon out there with Erishman and Steele. Rinaldi will win that draw. Back to Boreanaz. He sends it for Erishman. Erishman will skate it up the left wing side. Academy chasing into the far corner. Controlled there by Gordon. Gordon will skate it out of the corner. Gives it to Steele at the point. Steele walks. Deflection by DeSantis down low. Check that. That is not DeSantis. That was Rinaldi. 19, not 14. And the puck now in the near side corner. The Governor waits there for the Everblades, and Erishman will take at center. Erishman retreats, and now dishes for Gordon. That puck at his skates, and he can't handle that. And he loses his stick, but he will chase and recover, and Steele will pick up the loose puck. Steele in behind Jung. Hard off the glass, up and out, and that's going to go all the way down for an icing here. 12:43 left to go in the first half, and again, the Academy leading by a score of 3-0. Face-off coming to the left of Bennett Young. Chinechi Anair, Williams, and Stapert out there with DeRoche and Cook. Off the draw, Chinechi Anair will win that one. Puck will come near side for Williams. Williams chips it up and tries to spring Stapert on the break, but that passed too far, and they'll come all the way back down for another icing here with 12:34 left to go. Face-off will be to the right of Jung. Williams and Stapen to the left of Chidetchinair. DeRoche slides into the spot on the wall. And Cook lines up next to Williams and Stapen. Kurt over there, chipped into the far side corner. Everblades not getting much help there as Stapert will take it up and out of the zone. Jake Stapert skating through center, sends it to Jack Williams, streaking down the right wing side. Williams moving in, his shot is stopped by Humphrey. He picks up his own rebound, centers it out front for Chidetchinair, and Humphrey with another big stop there. And along the wall, puck comes back to DeRoche. DeRoche down low for Chidetchinair. Chidetchinair centers it for Stapert. And Stapert in the Jake Stapert will give it up to DeRoche. DeRoche down low for Chidetchinair. And now Williams will chase far side wall. Williams chips it off the wall to Cook. He dishes for DeRoche. DeRoche with a shot. And that deflected near side quarter. And the Everblades look to come out, but DeRoche has other ideas. He sends it down low. Cross pass for Chidetchinair. Chidetchinair skating in around it. Somehow that stays out. Chidetchinair slowed up, then went around Humphrey, looked to tuck it in the far side. The puck kicked out, and then the puck by DeRoche shot seemingly at an empty net. That must have hit something, as it looked like he had the whole net to shoot at, and it looked like he buried it. Then suddenly the puck deflected over the net. So Humphrey all over the place, but somehow keeps the puck out of the net. And now the Academy along the wall. That's being worked by Williams, doing what he does best off the wall. He centers it down low, trying to hit Stapert. Stapert not able to gather that one in and translate that into any kind of scoring opportunity. Rolls in harmlessly on Humphrey. He covers up and hangs on. 11 minutes even left to go here in this first half. And the Academy leading by a score of 3-0. DeSantis off the draw. Centers it for Gavers, and Gavers buries that. All alone off the draw. DeSantis chipped it ahead, centered it for Gavers, and he walks in and scores on Humphrey. And Humphrey's got to be asking himself where the defense was on that play and who blew an assignment on Gavers. 10:56 left to go. The Academy now on top 4-0. Silverstein, Cook, Boreanaz, and Gavers with the goals for the Academy. Gavers with a multi-point game, getting an assist on the Boreanaz goal earlier. At least those two I am sure of. Puck will roll into the left of Benajung. He'll look on as getting there is Coulter, and Coulter tried to center it. And Jung, attempting to deflect that pass and keep it from coming out in the slot, had it bounce awkwardly off the stick, cross crease, but nobody was there to connect for the Everblades. So a nervous couple seconds there in front of the Academy net. But now DeSantis will curl up high, and he looks to make a pass, but that's turned back to center. And he will have to regroup and skate it back into the zone. DeSantis skating in. DeSantis will skate near side corner. DeSantis will kick it up high, but the only one there is a Florida Everblade. That is Branch. Branch turns it over there. Now Boreanaz will skate it back into the Everblade zone. Boreanaz looking to score his second goal of the game, get his first multi-goal game of the season, and he fires that high and wide. And now Rinaldi will take for the Academy, gives it back to Steele, gets it back to Rinaldi. Rinaldi will walk to center. Rinaldi fires, and that goes wide. And now the Everblades, trying to get it out of the zone, are finally able to, and they'll send that all the way down. They're going to wave that ice in there. And as the referee's sensing, probably the best thing to do here is keep this one moving. Steele will give it up for Jurasevich. Jurasevich will skate it up the left wing side. He will chip and chase. In the zone is Mag. Mag for the Everblades will curl and set it up the right wing wall. Chip off the wall, and back the other way comes Syhaniuk. Syhaniuk for the Everblades, skating near side corner. Near end, far side. And he scores from a sharp angle on Jung. And Syhaniuk in the corner puts one in there. And the Academy now with a 3-goal lead as Syhaniuk scores a goal from below the goal line. Centering pass that deflected in, getting in just inside the post. And beats Jung. So 8:58 left to go. And the Everblades getting the goal there. And Chinechi in air. DeRoche giving it over for Cook. Cook up for DeRoche. DeRoche left wing side for Staple. Staple will curl and skate. He takes the ice, dumps it in wide of Humphrey. Skates near side corner. Humphrey gives it down low for Williams. Williams walking out front. He tries to feed it to Chinechi in air or possibly DeRoche far side. Doesn't connect on either, but now DeRoche will battle there with Rice. And Williams absolutely buried there by Vaccarella. Check that was Stapert who was buried. Stapert destroyed by Vaccarella on the cross-check. That is as obvious a cross-checking call as you can get. 8:26 left to go here, and Vaccarella will go off for the cross-check, and the Academy will go on the power play. The Academy a little different look on this power play, leading 4-1. We'll have Jack Gordon out there with Gordon and Rinaldi, and Cook and Steele at the points. Cook walks off the wall, gives it over for, check that, that's Varga. Cook gives it over for Varga. Cook and Varga play pitch and catch. Cook will take it up high, sends it down low. Shot in on goal, rebound there. And Gordon not able to come up with the loose change there and deposit that past Humphrey. Humphrey makes a big stop. And now Cook will shoot. That'll go off a skate. And we'll go to the wall where Varga will take, dishing it down low for Gordon. Gordon gives to Varga. Varga to Cook. Cook over for Varga. And we've seen this routine before. Pitch and catch. Looking to set something up. Varga walking off. He shoots. Gordon in front. Sends it over for Justin Gordon. Gordon to Gordon, and Humphrey reached back behind him and somehow got that with the stick. So 1:01 left to go on the penalty here to Vaccarella. And Cook will take it up. The Academy with several chances there, but unable to convert. Cook now moving in. Cook down low. Cook skates up high. Gives it to Gordon. Gordon walks to the middle. Saved there by Humphrey. In behind the net. The Academy. That's chipped up the wall. And that's iced all the way down. No icing there as the Blades still killing the penalty. 30 seconds left on the penalty to Vaccarella. And DeSantis will take for the Academy and look to take advantage of that open ice. DeSantis with incredible speed down the right-hand side. DeSantis walking to the front. Right pad stopped by Humphrey as DeSantis walked it all alone and got to the far side of the close a bit quicker than he thought as he opened up Humphrey and put a slid 5-hole, but did it a little bit late. Centering pass there. And that rolls it on Humphrey. Gets covered up. 2 seconds left on the penalty to Vaccarella. And the Academy will be 0 for 1 on the power play, barring some kind of crazy shot off the face-off coming to the right of netminder Zach Humphrey. Humphrey's been all over the place in this game, but he has somehow managed to make some pretty acrobatic saves, where it could be far worse than the 4-1 score that we see here. DeSantis stepping in on the draw. He's out there with Chinechi in air and Williams. That off the elbow of Williams. The Everblades will step off the wall, and they will clear it up and out. Penalty to Vaccarella is over. Trying to cut in is Schiffel. And Schiffel knocked down there by Durasevich. No call. And Williams takes a hard hit there, but gets it up for DeSantis. DeSantis moving down 2-on-1. DeSantis centering pass for Chinechi. Chinechi in air, and Humphrey with another save there. And we were a little bit screened there by the defensive players. Not sure how that didn't go in. But Chinechi in air robbed a couple times by Humphrey as he squeezes that off with the right arm. And with 5:46 left to play here, the Academy leading 4-1. Goals in this game by Silverstein, Cook, Boreanaz. And the last goal scorer is eluding me for the moment, but it will come to me, and Gavers. So it was Silverstein, Cook, Boreanaz, and Gavers, and Sihaniuk. The shot from below the goal line in the near side post, beating Jung. And that's where we stand 4-1 here. Gavers skates it in behind Humphrey, sends it up to the point. Steele will walk the wall. Steele back over for Gavers. And now Silverstein takes. Check that Boreanaz takes, gives it to Steele. That's down low for Gavers. Gavers will circle. Gavers gives it to Silverstein. Silverstein ahead for Gavers. Gavers battling there. Irishman will step up and chip it deeper. Gavers down low for Boreanaz. Boreanaz pressured there by Schmidt. Centering pass that goes off the stick of Humphrey and will come to Silverstein. Silverstein curling in the corner. Silverstein will give to Boreanaz. Gives it back to him. Now that'll come out high for Steele. And we'll have another breakaway here as the Everblades come in. Shot in on goal, saved by Jung. That puck is loose. And we're going to get a penalty on the Everblades here. As Jung will skate to the net. Nice save there on the breakaway by Jung. And we're going to get an interference call on Schiffel. And so the Everblades will go down a man here for the second time in the game. The Academy 0 for 1 on the power play. They'll look to do something here with 4:38 left to go. Opening half, first half of this consolation game. Check that. That's Alton going to the box, number 11. Looked like he pointed at Schiffel. Shiftel. Hard to tell. I've got Schiffel in my spotter sheet, but the back of the jersey looks to be different. We'll check that out for you. And a lot of static coming from the Everblades bench. DeSantis and Williams, right-hand side. And now DeRoche. We'll watch that come right at our camera. And he will skate back in behind Jung. And he will look to take it up and out of the zone. Sends it up the left wing side for Chinechi and Air. Chinechi and Air skating in. Chinechi and Air in behind Humphrey. Chinechi and Air up high for DeRoche. DeRoche over for Williams. Williams over for Chinechi and Air. Chinechi and Air gives it down low for DeSantis. DeSantis will take. DeSantis centers it. And a shot and a goal. So the third time is the charm for Chinechi and Air. He stopped 2 times on sure goals by Humphrey, but that time Chinechi and Air buries one from the right-hand side faceoff dot. It's a power play goal for the Academy, and they lead it by a score of 5-1. 3:58 left to go here. Face-off at center ice, and Rinaldi out there with Gordon and Gordon, making my life easy as always. Varga. Gordon. And now Gordon. Gordon chasing in the corner. He's pressured there. Pins it up against the wall. Rinaldi comes in to help out. Rinaldi pulls the puck away. Will walk off the end boards. Forwarded there. Now he centers it for Gordon. Gordon. And now back the other way comes the Everblades. Everblades had a player slipping down the right wing side of that pass behind him. McKaylee takes behind the net. McKaylee will set it up to the point. Shot down low. Alton will take now. His shot is blocked by Durasevich. Durasevich with a hard hit. Just missing as Alton ducked out of the way there. Rinaldi. And now Durasevich. And Gordon will take left-hand side, skating it up, gives it for Gordon. Gordon down the right wing, left wing side. Gordon to the middle of the net. He rolls it in on Humphrey. Humphrey handles that easily, covers up and hangs on. 2:41 left to go here in the opening half of the Academy with a 5-1 lead. Goals scored by Silverstein, Cook, Boreanaz, Gavers, and most recently Chinechi and Air. And it is 5-1. Puck will come back to Cook at the point off the faceoff. Cook will skate it down low. Cook looking for a shot. He will curl back up. Backhands it over for DeRoche. DeRoche with a shot. That hits a stick. And now Silverstein. And now Silverstein will take again in the slot. He's converged upon there. And the Everblades will come away with it, skating back through center. Puck comes to the near side wall, and Cook will skate it back into the zone, chased there by Cahoon. Cook sends it over for DeRoche. DeRoche up for Boreanaz, but that's turned back by Alton. And now DeRoche will retreat and give for Boreanaz, who tries to hit Stapert. But the puck turned over there, but Boreanaz recovers and picks up the puck, heads it up for Stapert. Stapert walking in. Stapert with a shot, tries to go high glove side. That hits the end boards, goes up and out of play, and that faceoff will come back outside the zone. And we'll have a face-off opposite the Academy bench. 1:46 left to go here in the first period. The Academy on top by a score of 5-1. As Stapert, Silverstein, and Boreanaz out there for one of the final shifts of this first half. Puck rolls into the left of Jung. He will tee that up for Erishman. Erishman reverses for Steele. Steele up for Boreanaz, and he chips ahead for Stapert. And that puck is offsides, or the play is offsides rather. And we'll get another stoppage here. Minute 28 left to go, and another line change. As Williams, Chernetchiner, and DeSantis will come out with Erishman and Steele. Erishman. And now Chernetchiner. Chernetchiner, far side corner. Up for Steele. Steele walks, gives back for Chernetchiner. Chernetchiner down low for Williams. Williams pulls it back, lifts it, and Humphrey with the save there. Williams in the corner. Williams gives it over. Back to Williams. Up for Steele. And now Williams will feed near side. Humphrey goes across, knocks the net off the moorings, it appears. But again, I'm 200 feet away, so who am I to say? And that appears to be in a little bit of an angle there, but maybe they've gotten it back on the moorings. Now Chernetchiner. Backhand centering pass. And that doesn't connect, goes in behind the goal. And now Chernetchiner will take for the Academy on the wall, gets it back to Steele. Steele cross point. Steele gets it back. And now it'll go down low. Chernetchiner will chase. Final 15 seconds of the period. Puck comes out front. Humphrey swats that away. Chernetchiner sends it across, tees it up for DeSantis. Fires that high and wide. Puck will come near side corner. Rolls in behind the net. Centering pass out front. And that's shanked wide by Williams. And that's where we'll finish the first half. So the Academy getting goals from Silverstein, Cook, Boreanaz, Gavers, and Chernetchiner. And that's where things will stand as we finish one period of play here from the Taylor Sportsplex Bell Tire Rink, Taylor, Michigan, 2018 Legacy Global Sports Bell Tire Victory Honda Midwinter Classic. We are going to take a break here with the score 5-1. Ice Cut will be back in about 15 minutes. Thanks for being with us on this Saturday afternoon. Stay tuned. We'll be back with a second half action in just a few minutes. You're watching Selects Academy at South Kent School, 15 National Ice Hockey. Back here for the start of the second period. Just barely. So I got some rare social time in with some of the other dads. And back in the zone, the academy. And Erishman will take at center. Gives it up for Gavers. Gavers skating in over the zone line. Gordon will pick that up with the glove. Centering pass for Gavers, and Rice will turn that back to the far wall. And the Everblades will come back out of the zone. Sihaniuk will skate through center. Sihaniuk dishing to his right for Rice. Check that for Branch. Shot in behind Jung, far corner. That is McKaylee. And coming out of the zone is DeSantis. He gets tripped and doesn't miss a stride. Jumps right up, continuing to maintain possession of the puck. Nice control of the puck there by DeSantis. And now Sihaniuk will chase Varga. As Varga turn back, and now Durasevich will take and give for Gordon along the left-hand half wall. Gordon stepping off the wall, far side for Varga. Varga up ahead, out of the reach of Gordon. Turnover there, Rinaldi walking in. Rinaldi with a backhand shot, shouldered off there by Humphrey. And Rinaldi will chip it back to the point for Durasevich. That a little bit too hard for number 7, but he regroups and recovers. And dumps it deep in the zone where Silverstein and Rinaldi will battle on the far side wall. Gordon coming in to provide some support. And now Schmidt will chase and take for the Everblades. Schmidt will send it hard off the wall. It's going to go all the way down. We'll get an icing call here. 23:08 left to go. Second half, the Academy on top by a score of 5-1. Face off in the zone to the right of Humphrey. Rinaldi stepping on the draw against Sihaniuk. Rinaldi will win that and walk it off the circle. Rinaldi with a shot that goes high over the head of Humphrey. Even jumping, that still went over his head. Silverstein will control in the slot. Silverstein, puck turned over there. Rinaldi picks it up, loose puck in front, and Gordon is going to have his goal waved off there. They're going to say Gordon kicked that in. And they're going to wave that off. 22:52 left to go. Faceoff will come outside the Everblades zone right in front of their bench. As Chinechidere steps in for the Academy, he'll chip it ahead. And now Rice will take for the Everblades. Rice in behind Humphrey. Rice will skate it right wing side. Sends it up ahead for Branch, that too far. And now pass up ahead for Williams, out off his stick to negate the icing. And now Rice will take for the Everblades. He's tripped up there by Boreanaz, but no call. Puck will come to center. And Williams will collect there. Williams with a move. And Sihaniuk will chip it ahead. Now Rice will take for the Everblades. And Rice will gain the red line and dump it in the zone, where Cook will set it up the wall. That'll come up to the blue line, pass down low. Backhand shot in on Jung. That puck is loose. And Chinechi Anair will take it for the Academy, skating, passing it right wing side for Williams. Williams in over the zone line. Williams drops for Chinechi Anair. Williams moving in. His shot. Check that Chinechi Anair's shot. Hits the netting and drops to my left onto the concrete concourse here. 22 minutes even left to go. Second half, the Academy on top 5-1. Goals by Silverstein, Cook, Boreanaz, Gavers, and Chinechi Anair. Sihaniuk with the goal for the Everblades. Chinechi Anair out there with Boreanaz and Williams. And Chinechi Anair wins it back, but shooting the gap is Cahoon. And he will chip it up the right-hand side. Steele will chase into the zone. And Steele will come off the wall, sends it far side for Erishman. Erishman will set it up for Williams. Williams chips for Chinechi Anair. Chinechi Anair drops the shoulder and cuts the middle. Chinechi Anair centering pass off the skates of Boreanaz and off the pad of Humphrey. And Cahoon will set it down into the Academy zone, where they will regroup and come out. Williams to Chinechi Anair. Chinechi Anair has the puck taken off his stick momentarily, but regathers and enters the zone. Chinechi Anair sends it near side for Varga. Varga with a Shot across the top of the crease. That goes far corner. Williams will battle there. And Gordon now comes in to help out. Gordon knocking an Everblade player to the ice. Chidetchinair walking off the wall with the puck. Tries to get it up to Williams. Will come out to Durasevich. His shot just behind Gordon as that was deflected. And Gordon almost picked up the puck, but a little bit too far behind him. And now Durasevich will leave for Varga. Varga turns the puck over there and skating in. Nice play there by Durasevich on the back check. As Varga turned the puck over, Everblades were going in, and Durasevich recovered and got a stick on that puck before it got in on Jung. Back the other way, 2-on-1 DeSantis with Gordon, and a nice play there by Schmidt to deflect it from the slot, and Rice will skate it up the right wing side for the Everblades. Puck goes into the zone and off. It looked like they were signaling a hand pass or high stick, but they wave it off. Couldn't tell whether it was high hand pass or offsides, but must have been one of the first two as they waved that play off. And the Everblades will control in the near side corner. They'll chip it far side now. Chasing there is Stapert. Academy reversing sides. Durasevich now. Hard off the glass, up and out. Gordon looking to take advantage of that puck in the skates of Schmidt, but not able to do so. And Silverstein will leave it back for Durasevich. Check that was Stapert. And now DeSantis skating up the right wing side. DeSantis will use that speed to get to the center of the net. Nice play by DeSantis. And he looked to go high glove on Humphrey, but fires it up and over the crossbar. And we'll get a stoppage here. 19:38 left to go. Academy on top 5-1. Face off in the Everblades zone to the right of Humphrey. Alton will step in against Rinaldi. And Rinaldi gives it to Gordon. Gordon down low. Gordon gives it back to Rinaldi. Rinaldi will skate it off the half wall. Rinaldi walking to the slot. His shot deflected up and into the netting. And we'll get another stoppage here. 19:17 left to go. And another face-off to the right of Humphrey as Alton will again step in against the Linfield Mass native. Rinaldi wins that draw to Gordon. Gordon will skate it down low below the goal line. Gordon walking out front. Gordon looking to go far side. Left pad stop by Humphrey. And that puck will go to the far side half wall where Gordon, check that, Silverstein will step up and keep it in. Silverstein walking to the middle. Silverstein cuts back and loses the puck behind him. And the Everblades will start it the other way. That is Coulter skating down the left wing side. He's bodied off by Cook. And Cook will regather in behind Jung and skate it up left wing side, dishing ahead for Gordon. Gordon chips ahead for Cook. Puck comes back to Gordon. He overskates, and the Everblades will chip it up the wall and look to skate it out of the zone. But now Rinaldi tripped up high, and you suspect not much is going to be called here in this second half with the score the way it is, and this being a consolation game. Sihaniuk skating down the right wing side. He curls in the corner. Stopped there by DeRoche. Now Cook turns the puck over and will take for the Academy. Cook skating through center, will gain the neutral zone. And has Gordon to headman it to, but turns the puck over. And now DeRoche will gather and take for the Academy. DeRoche pressured there by McKaylee. And that puck will come up and out of the zone, but that is offsides. The Everblades will tag up and clear, and the Academy will look to come out. Right wing side, that's Boreanaz. Doesn't connect with Chidetchinair, but he regroups, picks up the puck, and now Gavers will take left wing side. No icing there as he tipped it over center red. And now in the right wing corner, Boreanaz battling there with Mag. And now we'll come near side for Steele. Steele looks to go back door for Gavers. And a nice play there by McKaylee to thwart that scoring attempt. And now Chidetchinair skating down the wall. Puck comes to center, where Chidetchinair will skate near side boards down low for Boreanaz. Boreanaz battling in behind the net. Chidetchinair up high to Steele. His shot goes off a body and comes near side corner. And now Schmidt will take that and chip it up and out. And that's going to go all the way down for an icing call here. We'll get another stoppage. 17 minutes even left to go. Second half. Academy on top. 5-1 this consolation game at the 2018 Bell Tire Victory Honda Legacy Global Sports Midwinter Classic from Taylor, Michigan. And so now DeSantis will step in against McGovern. And puck is won there. Gordon with a shot, saved by Humphrey. And now the Everblades will take it up through center. They'll turn the puck over at the Blues. That's offsides. And the clock continues to run for some reason. Not sure why we've got running time, as it is not even a 5-goal deficit at this point, so that must be a mistake by the scorekeeper. Nobody seems to mind, as I think everybody just wants to get out of here at this point. Steele. And the Academy will chip it up the wall. Gordon. Puck will come near side. Shot in on Jung. He'll smother and hang on. And we'll get a stoppage here. So timekeeper asleep at the switch on that last stoppage, but wakes up for this one. We'll get a face-off in the zone to the left of Jung. The Academy sending out Gordon, DeSantis. Get the rest of those players for you in just a second. So like Gordon, DeSantis, and Stapert. Stapert moving it over the zone line. Stapert looking to get that puck over for Gordon, but not able to do so, and the Everblades will chip it up and out of the zone. That's going to go all the way down for an icing call here. That'll get a stoppage here with 15:59 left to go in the second half. And the Academy on top by a score of 5-1. And this game following the pattern of all 4 games this weekend, the Academy not able to put together 2 back-to-back solid halves in this tournament. Good first half against the Pittsburgh Vengeance. Difficult second half. Okay first half against Bell Tire. Tough second half. Great start against Fox Motors. Tough second half. And then a good start here to this game. And now the Academy not able to find the net here in the second half. So it's been a tale of 2 halves in all 4 games for the Academy, and they're going to have to figure out how to correct that this week at practice, as they got the Rochester Coalition coming into town, and that puck goes off of Varga up on top of the net. Pretty certain that hit an Everblade, but they're going to take it outside. And we'll get another stoppage here with 15:12 left to go in this constipation game. Maybe we need some X-Lax to move this one along. Rinaldi. And now the Everblades will take. That's Mag. Mag will send it over for Gabreluk. That'll roll in on Jung. He'll glove it and leave it for Durasevich. Durasevich up through center. Gives it to Rinaldi. Rinaldi skating down the left wing side. Will Rinaldi drops the shoulder and curls back. He'll send it up high to the point for Durasevich. Durasevich over for Varga. Varga at the far point. As that puck turned back to center, Stapert will chase there. Check that, Rinaldi will chase there. Stapert's not even on the ice. Rinaldi out there with Silverstein and Gordon as Durasevich chips it up off the wall. That'll come to Mag. He sends it over for Vaccarella, and Vaccarella's pass for Coulter is too far. Now the Academy coming back the other way. That play is offsides, as the Academy will tag and clear. They're going to go for a change here, changing 4 of the 5 players, as DeRoche already has come out onto the ice. And now that pass too far, and Cook will chase it back into the zone. Austin Cook. And now the Academy. And here comes Gavers. Gavers coming down the wing with Williams. Gavers with a shot, 2-on-1, elects to shoot. He had Williams streaking down the right wing side. Glove saved by Humphrey. And Gavers, again, having Williams there, but elects to fire the low shot just over the left pad, and Humphrey coming up with the glove save. 13:54 left to go. Face off to the right of Humphrey. Sihaniuk will chip that ahead, and now Branch up to the point, but not out. Walking the point is Cook. Cook comes in, Cook shoots, and Cook scores. There we go, the Academy. Cook walking in and blistering a wrister past Humphrey. More of a snapshot, really, and the Academy up by a score of 6-1. So 13:45 left to go. And the Academy getting their first goal of this second half, and they extend their lead to 5. Cook with his second goal of the game. And off the face-off, the Academy will control. That is Steele. And now Schiffel will send it back into the zone, and Erishman will chase in for the Academy. Erishman skating back out of the zone. He'll come up the right wing side. He'll give it to Williams. Williams skating off the wall, curls. Williams walking to the middle. Williams shoots right into the breadbasket of Humphrey. He smothers that one, hangs on. And we get a 5-goal lead here, so it looks like we now are, in fact, going to running time. So the clock will run the rest of the way. The only way it'll stop is if the Everblades somehow manage to tie it. I don't think that's in their future, but I've seen stranger things. Erishman, right wing side, up the wall. And we're going to get a penalty here on Stapert. And they're probably going to have to stop the clock for that, I would imagine. And they have the clock keep going. And apparently they're not going to put the penalty time up. With running time, the question is, does the penalty start at the last whistle or at this drop of the puck? And they put it right up at the drop of the puck, as I did, so the timekeeper and I on the same page for once. Chudechi in air. In below, behind the goal line. And that penalty, my mistake, is not on Stapert. That was on the player that was at the boards with Stapert. That was number 19, Cahoon. So the Academy on the power play as Chudechi in air. We'll give it to DeSantis. DeSantis over for Williams. And that power play up on your screen is for the Academy, not the Everblades. Jurasevich centers one. Fought off there by Humphrey. Will come to Williams near side. Williams with a shot. That puck is loose in front. DeSantis. And he puts it into Humphrey. And we'll get a stoppage here. And we'll get a face-off to the right of Humphrey. That penalty up on the right side as Gabreluk will send that all the way down to the left of netminder Bennett Young. DeRoche will take there. And DeRoche will send it to the right-hand side, and skating up is DeSantis. DeSantis over the blue line. DeSantis moving into the zone. That'll roll in on Humphrey. He'll cover up and hang on. 10:48 left to go, 39 seconds. In the penalty to Cahoon, and the faceoff will come to the right of the Everblades netminder, Zach Humphrey. No one seemingly in a hurry to change lines here, even with running time. Certainly the Everblades with the man disadvantage here. The Academy with the last player off the bench, that is Gavers. And just 14 seconds left on the penalty. And now the puck will come to the point to Varga. Varga over for Cook. Cook sends it down low for Rinaldi. Rinaldi curls there. Puck comes up high to Cook. Down low for Gavers. Gavers for Gorton. And Gorton will skate it up high. Gorton for Cook. Cook leaves it for Rinaldi. Rinaldi with a shot. That's screaming over the right shoulder and over the crossbar. Off the end boards and all the way out of the zone. And the Academy excelling this weekend at blistering shots off the glass and out of the zone on the power play. Mag. Unfortunately, that's just the way it's gone for them, missing the mark a few too many times, but helping the other team with their breakout. Gorton now off the wall, and it's chipped up by Mag, but kept in by Varga. He will send it deeper. And now Schmidt, McKaylee, and penalty is over, so team's back at even strength. The Academy coming back into the zone. That is Stapert. Stapert with a head of steam. All the way around. Back to the center. Puck is loose in front. Off the shoulder of Humphrey. He finds that puck dropping to the ice in front of him, catches it, and gets a whistle. A little less than 9 minutes here to go in the second half. The Academy on top by a score of 6-1. Cook with 2. Silverstein with a goal. Boreanaz with a goal. Gavers with a goal. And Chernetchi and Air with a goal. That's where we stand. 6-1. Sihaniuk with the goal for the Everblades. Stapert. Boreanaz off the draw. Boreanaz backhand. That's stopped by Humphrey. Puck will come back to the point. Erishman winds, fires. That's deflected by Silverstein in front. And so, don't know who the referee will credit that to, but if it's Erishman, it's his second goal of the weekend and second goal of the season. If it's Silverstein, it's his second goal of the game, and the Academy extends their lead to 7-1. 8:06 left to go here as the puck will be dropped at center. And the Academy will control. That is Stapert. Stapert will pitch it across for Steele. He gives it to Erishman and up the right-hand side for Silverstein. My eyes are failing me, but it appeared that Silverstein tipped that shot, so for the purposes of this YouTube broadcast, we'll give Silverstein credit for that goal, not to take anything away from Erishman. I think I've hosed Austin Cook a few times this weekend on phantom tips by Jack Williams in front, so it all comes out in the wash, folks, trust me. Vaccarella, and no ill intent at all on my part, and Erishman now will take in the corner. Erishman skating out of the zone, hesitates, and now delivers to Gordon, or Silverstein rather. Silverstein losing the puck, and Stapert will regroup. Stapert skating through center. Stapert up ahead for Silverstein. Everblades able to clear that out of the zone, and Jurasevich will dump that in as the Academy will clear, and Chernetchi and Air will chase down low. Chernetchi and Air. Chernetchi and Air battles, and now DeSantis takes. DeSantis trying to affect the old, I think the play originated at the University of Michigan. Walking in front, and Williams, check that, DeRoche streaking through the slot, not able to put that one home, but Williams hits that with a high stick, and they're going to have to let the Everblades touch it there, no whistle, and the Everblades will take it out of the zone. Looked like Chernetchi and Air was trying to emulate a play that was first seen at the University of Michigan, where a player picked it up lacrosse style and tucked it in the crossbar, avoiding the high stick by keeping the high stick below the crossbar, but wasn't able to get the puck up off the ice. So now Jurasevich, A for effort, Nick. And back the other way come the Everblades, skating into the zone. Unlike South Kent School's chemistry, where you can't get an A, you can get an A here on Selects Academy Hockey. DeSantis skating in the zone. Gives it over for Jurasevich. Jurasevich with a shot right into the breadbasket of Humphrey. He will cover that one up. And we're going to face off. It'll come to his right. 5:30 left to go here in the second half. Academy on top by a score of 7-1. Silverstein with 2, Cook with 2, Gavers, Boreanaz, and Chernetchi and Air with goals. The Academy, Sihaniuk with the goal for the Everblades. Academy winning the draw. Gordon will control. And Gordon works it up for Rinaldi. Rinaldi battles and now walks down low, tries to go out front. He's thwarted there by Schmidt. And Rinaldi curls on the far side corner, gets it up to Cook at the point. Rinaldi will walk in. Rinaldi down low for Varga, and Varga shoots and scores. And the Academy now with an 8-1 lead, 4:53 left to go. And Varga, it appeared, got that one, sneaking down from the point to take the pass from Rinaldi. And he puts that past Humphrey. Humphrey under all kinds of fire in this one. A lot of good stops in this game. Not much he's going to do on a lot of those. And now Varga will dump it in, and Humphrey will just cover up and hang on, get another stoppage to his left. 4:14 left to go. Academy on top, 8-1. Academy will spend the night here in Taylor, Michigan, and head back to South Kent tomorrow. And I believe they're not going to get back until Monday, as by contract, the bus driver can only drive so many hours per day. I know they took 2 days to get out here. So, unfortunately, despite missing the playoffs, they're also going to miss school on top of it. Cook will take there, and now Cy Haniuk. Check that might be Hopman. Can't tell where that's. No, that's Gabrieluk. And Gabrieluk dumps it in, but now the Academy will come back the other way. Stabert moving down the left wing side. Jake Stabert. Stabert up high. And now Varga. Varga walking off the wall. Chips it down for Silverstein. Silverstein not able to dump it deeper. And Rice will chip it back to center. Gavers will chase there for the Academy. Gavers sending it over for Varga, and now up for Silverstein. And that'll come in down low, where Humphrey will leave it for Gabrieluk. And that's up the wall for Gavers, and he'll send it down low for Stapert. That goes over his stick. And say hello to Josh Steele, Mom. He's coming right into your living room. And now Cy Haniuk will chip it up past Gavers up the wall. And along the half wall, that's taken there by McKaylee, but turned back, and now Gavers will walk. Gavers gives it up for Silverstein. And now Erishman. And that puck is dumped deep, and Steele will field in behind Jung. Not much work for the Nashville, Tennessee netminder today. It's been a lonely second half. A few stops in the first half. Obviously a shot on goal with the goal. Maybe 5 or 6 in total. But I don't recall him making a save here in the second half, so hopefully Bennett Jung is keeping himself amused down there. And much the same type of game Tommy Aiken had to endure last week against the Seacoast Spartans at our showcase, where the Academy won that one 10-0. I think Aiken finished with 6 shots on goal in that game. So 1:49 left to go here. Face-off in the zone. Chidetchinair wins it back to Gordon. Blocker save there by Humphrey. That goes up into the netting, and we'll get another stoppage here. Guess technically it's not a stoppage with running time. Get another face-off here with 1:34 left to go. And Schifferl, I've been calling him Schiffel. I've been missing the R. Schifferl. And Chinechi and Nair stepping on the row. Clean win there by the Academy, and Gordon steps into that one, but fires it high and wide. And now Steele sends it down low. Boreanaz. And now Chinechi and Nair up high to the point. That shot by Steele goes high and wide. Far side wall, Cahoon there for the Everblades. Chinechi and Nair steps in. He picks up the puck there. Chinechi and Nair looking to hit Boreanaz back door. That goes between Boreanaz, between his legs. Not able to get that one in. Puck a little bit in the air, up and over his stick blade. And now the Everblades will just chip it back to center. Final 45 seconds here, as Gordon will skate down the wall. Centering pass there for Chinechi and Nair. He gives it to Erishman. Puck comes to Chinechi and Nair, and Mag is able to clear it for the Everblades. That's going to go all the way down. They're going to call icing here. Not sure why. With running time, you might as well just waive it. It'll probably take less time for the Academy to get up the ice than this official. But with an 8-1 score, not much difference either way. And not sure we're going to get another face-off here. 12 seconds left, and the Academy will win their 3rd game of the weekend, but a meaningless game, as this is the consolation game. They'd much rather be playing in the quarterfinals this evening and the semifinals and final tomorrow. So that will do it from the Bell Tire Rink here at the Taylor Sportsplex, where the Academy cruising to an 8-1 win. Cy Haniuk with the goal for the Florida Everblades. The Academy getting goals from Silverstein with 2, Cook with 2, Chinechi and Nair, Boreanaz, Varga, and I'm missing one. Silverstein had 2. Cook had 2. Oh, and Gavers. So Silverstein had 2, Cook had 2, Boreanaz, Gavers, Chinechinair, and Varga, your goal scorers for the Academy. So that's going to do it from Taylor, Michigan, where the final score for the final time is your Selects Academy at South Kent School 15, Nationals 8, and the Florida Everblades 1. And we'll be back here on YouTube next Saturday as the Academy takes on the Rochester Coalition. We'll be live from the stock. Looking forward to seeing you then. Have a great week, everybody. Safe travels home to anybody here in Michigan. Talk to you soon.